Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. Well, as the late great Jim Morrison might sing, this is the end, beautiful friend, the end. It is indeed the end of the mystical magical water sign of Pisces, and it is the end in more ways than one today. The sun, of course, is at 29 degrees, the very last degree of Pisces, which corresponds to the very last degree of the entire zodiac. So that's an ending there. Every year, the sun moves around to 29 degrees and then moves into the spring equinox, which is 0 degrees Aries. That occurs tomorrow. However, it is an ending in a different way as well because Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions, which is Pisces' ruling planet, is also at 29 degrees of its home sign of Pisces. And today the sun exactly conjoins Neptune, its ruling planet in its home sign later in the day. And this really does signify a dissolution, a loosening of the solidity of reality in a lot of different ways. It can be very cosmic, it can be an ethereal melting into the cosmos, but in practical reality, it is kind of a dissolution of reality as we've known it, and we're experiencing here in the United States as we speak. The last time, in fact, that Neptune was at 29 degrees of Pisces was just before we entered into the Civil War in 1861. So I'm not saying that to worry you. It is worrisome, of course, but I'm saying that today there is just a significant factor of everything coming to a conclusion today. And what we want emotionally today is to just kind of feel that and move then into a different sort of reality to give us a little bit more oomph and energy as the energy moves into fire signs rather than water. We're dressed in this oceanic blue here today to celebrate all of that water, but we are moving more into fire. Now, the moon today moves also from water to fire. It is in the latter degrees of the deep dark water sign of Scorpio, which adds to all of that emotional intensity today. Later in the day, it does move into the early degrees of Sagittarius. Before it does, it makes an opposition to Uranus, the planet of sudden change, sometimes chaos, during the pre-dawn hours. If you had difficulty sleeping, I won't be surprised. But then there are no other lunar aspects until it makes a lovely trine at the very end of its journey, 29 degrees of Scorpio to the sun at 29 degrees of Pisces. That occurs in the afternoon, midday here on the Pacific coast, and mid-afternoon on the East Coast, and then in the evening in Europe, 12:08 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 3:08 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 7:08 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The moon, of course, does trine Neptune just a few minutes after that, and then moves into the more adventurous, lighthearted, thank goodness, and truth-seeking fire sign of Sagittarius. That occurs at 1:17 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 4:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 8:17 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That should change some of the emotional energy. The sun makes its exact conjunction to Neptune, 29 degrees of Pisces at 4:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 7:25 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 11:25 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and of course after that it speeds toward the vernal equinox tomorrow, or the autumnal equinox tomorrow if you're in the southern hemisphere. In the evening, the moon makes a harmonious sextile, 60-degree angle to Pluto, which is at 3 degrees of Aquarius. So when the moon gets to 3 of Sag, it makes that sextile, 60-degree angle. That's a nice harmonious energy. But anything to do with Pluto is about deep insights, but also power issues. So you want to be careful on the emotional level. Sagittarius and Aquarius are both very independent, so it might be about, no, give me my freedom. Well, just let it be then, if that's the case. 7:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 10:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 2:59 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Overnight tonight, if you do happen to be up to celebrate the very last day of spring, the moon at 4 degrees of Sag makes a harmonious trine, a nice throwing angle to Venus at retrograde at 4 degrees of Aries. That's kind of nice. You might get some loving tonight if you stay up late. 10:09 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1:09 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 5:09 tomorrow a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Quite a day. Say goodbye to the old reality. That's what today is about. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Reality. Astrology. See what I did there? Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, no matter what.